Hello, Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Welcome to PD Talk series.
Welcome,
Welcome,
guys.
How you guys doing this morning? Is it okay?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Memang luar biasa ya hari ni. Good. Alhamdulillah. I hope everyone is doing great today. So, I am Kira
And I'm Daniel.
and we will be your host for today. Kira nak tanyalah ni. How you guys enjoy all the PD Talk series?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Okay, guys.
Is it okay?
Okay.
So, if you want to know more about PD Talk series topics, you may follow Instagram and Telegram channel that travel.true.
Betul tu Kira. Tapi
Yeah.
Kira, kita ni buat event dalam online tau.
Betul.
So, why not kalau kita guna kelebihan yang ada dalam Zoom ni? Okay, macam ni. Kalau semua saya sebut keep it up, you guys just tekan emoji clap ni macam ni. Okay tak?
Cuba tekan.
Kalau saya sebut keep it up, you guys just tekan emoji ni, clap. Okay. Okay, kita cuba.
Okay.
Okay guys. Okay, keep it up guys.
Thank you.
Betul
guys.
lah. Nice.
Ramai tu.
Mantap.
Wah, ramai.
Such an energetic you guys this morning. Mantap lah. So,
Betul.
Kira, sebenarnya kita ni ada apa? What kind of PD Talk series we do?
Yeah, for information guys, sebenarnya talk kami pada kali ni lain daripada yang lain tau. Jadi before we start our talk, let me share with you the social experiment video on how or what our community in understand about soft skills ini. So, let's enjoy the show.
Okay Min, dia tanya apa tu soft skill. Hantarlah apa tu soft skill.
Tahu pasal soft skill ni dalam communication dan management, benda-benda yang perlu ada untuk student lah aku rasa.
Ya, setuju. Kalau untuk aku kan, soft skill ni lebih kepada critical thinking lah. Teamwork, benda-benda basic yang student perlu ada. Betul tak?
Oh, thank you. Alright, so our question. So I have a question about soft skill with me right now. But before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Angeline and I'm a tourism student. Well, let us begin with the question. As a student, what type of soft skills that I would like to improve in the future? I believe that I lack of critical thinking. Therefore, it will be beneficial for me to improve my critical thinking in order for me to make a decision and to solve my problem in an organization in the future. Well, I guess that's all from me. Thank you.
Wah, terbaiklah community kita.
Baiklah.
Diorang ni nampak macam tahu je apa tu soft skill kan Nenek?
Itulah memang sangat-sangat tahu pasal soft skill ni.
Betul tu. Okay, so as the title of our program today, Soft Skills in Hospitality and Tourism, Significance and Challenges, we want to discuss more about soft skill in tourism and hospitality. Okay Daniel,
Yes.
I want to ask you,
Ha?
do you think that people can add knowledge about soft skill during remote learning? Because I think almost every student are lack of soft skill because of study online. Betul tak?
Betul juga tu Kira. Saya perasan benda ni sejak MCO lagi tahu. Ramai pelajar sekarang ni susah nak belajar atau implement dia punya soft skill into the reality life tau. Lebih jelas lagi kalau kita lihat diorang ni memang kekurangan kemahiran dalam aspek berkomunikasi. Sama juga macam saya pun semakin lama semakin kurang soft skill ni. Even nak jadi host sekarang ni pun tergeta-geta tau.
Sama lah kita, betul lah.
Memang mulalah risau benda-benda lain ni.
Betul-betul. Tapi tak apa tau, don't worry. This is why we create this event because not everyone have their soft skill during remote learning kan.
Ya, betul tu. Okey Kira, I would like to introduce our beautiful and handsome moderator,
Handsome.
Arif.
Handsome,
Handsome ke?
Handsome.
Kita bagi. So,
guys.
yeah. Najat and Zarif, hi guys.
Hi guys.
And not to forget our technical team members, Kimin, Arif and Aisyah. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Yeah, hi. And not to forget the person yang bekerja keras untuk kita, Dennis. Yang malam dia buat meeting untuk kita.
Memang tak berhenti lah.
Yang sanggup berkorban masa demi anak didik beliau. Tapi, before I introduce her, let's watch the video first.
Surprise madam. Surprise.
Oh my god. Semua privacy saya terbuka sudah.
Madam dah sarapan belum, Madam?
Alhamdulillah sudah. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Madam, for spending your time this morning.
All the best, guys. Smile. You're doing good so far. Good job.
Yeah, we are very, very happy to have you today, Madam.
Thank you.
So, okay, guys. Don't forget to make interesting reels and story, and also don't forget to tag travel.trueway, our queen, Madam Aziz Hassan, and all the team members on Instagram.
Ya, betul tu kira. And one more thing yang perlu korang semua tahu, kita orang telah sediakan beberapa soalan untuk our panel speaker. So we hope that kesemua yang ada dalam ni, please sangat-sangat stay sampailah ke akhir sesi. So kita dapat menimba ilmu bersama-sama. Nak lagi, yang bagi talk kat kita ni bukan biasa-biasa tau.
Bukan kaleng-kaleng.
Okeylah, sedikit cerita mengenai latar belakang our panel speaker. So beliau dilahirkan pada tahun 2 Disember pada tahun 1998, berasal daripada Bagan Seraya Perak, and then beliau mendapat pendidikan awal di National Tribe Primary School. Ya, Datuk Mirza is currently the Chairman Association of Ex-Staff Tourism Malaysia. So korang, di sini kami telah menyediakan satu video bagi memperkenalkan our panel speaker. So let's roll the VT.
Let's go.
Oh.
Okey, hampa semua dah tengok kan latar belakang speaker kita hari ni, iaitu Datuk Seri Miza.
Assalamualaikum Datuk.
Assalamualaikum Datuk.
Assalamualaikum Datuk.
Waalaikumsalam.
Mana Datuk? Mana Datuk?
Mana Datuk?
Ya, kita dapat Datuk.
Welcome Datuk to PD Talk series. I hope the video do some justice for your on your experience.
Yes. Thank you. Good morning. Assalamualaikum. I'm happy to
Waalaikumsalam.
be together.
Salam Datuk.
So,
Okey, hampa semua dah tengok kan latar belakang speaker kita hari ni, iaitu Datuk Seri Miza. Bak kata orang utara lah kan. Speaker kita hari ni bukan biasa-biasa. Betul tak Arif?
Betul. Kita dapat tengok tadi latar belakang Datuk sangat-sangat orang yang sangat hebat, orang yang sangat-sangat pengalaman dalam industri pelancongan ni sendiri. Kalau kita tak betul-betul ambil apa yang Datuk kongsikan kita pada hari ni, sangat-sangatlah rugi untuk semua orang. Betul tak Kimi?
Betul tu Zarif. Saya rasa sangat bangga hari ni sebab dapat jadi moderator dan berinteraksi dengan orang yang hebat seperti Datuk. Betul tak Najat?
Ya, betul-betul. Saya pun dah tengok tadi macam-macam achievement yang Datuk ada. So saya dah tak sabar dah nak dengar apa yang Datuk nak kongsikan. Okey.
Okey Datuk Seri. Sebelum kita mulakan. Okey Datuk Seri.
sekali lagi ya.
Sekejap Datuk. Yes Datuk.
Okay. So yang pertama saya nak ucapkan banyak-banyak terima kasih kerana telah diberi penghormatan lah untuk kita sama-sama kongsi ya pengalaman saya dalam perjalanan kerjaya saya lah, right from the time saya student dekat UiTM, just like all of you, and then to the point that I am now, dah pencen tahun 2018, actually now effectively dah 4 tahun pencen lah.
Right.
So you know how it is, dan inilah masa untuk kita kongsi pengalaman supaya generasi muda lah, generasi anak-anak saya ni lah dapat menghayati dan juga mengenal lah tentang apa-apa cabaran yang kita hadapi dan apakah benda-benda yang patut kita sediakan untuk nanti bila kita graduate, kita join the workforce, itu macam mana nak move towards the industry. Okay. So saya Prof Azrin, she is one of those personality lah yang saya admire because I see a lot of myself in her. Jadi she's very adventurous. They always like to try new things. Biasanya orang macam kita orang ni, people have problems to control us. Because we respond to our inner punya motivation. And people like this biasanya they are very adventurous. They try new things. They experience bitter ke otherwise will not stop them from keep on trying new things. Itu nature orang. Jadi we can go on living just like that. So for my talk pagi ni, I like to take the journey from the time I was a student sampai ke what was occurring in my mind when I first joined,
right,
and how it was when I started working,
right,
and what it took in my job to arrive where I was, right, and then how it feels like now that I have retired. Okay, the first question is, are you fully satisfied with the career of your life?
Yes.
Yes,
of course, I should not have anything to complain. I did everything a tourism punya pass out wish to do in their life. I got to do that. Okay. On the other hand, sekali-sekala as a human being, kita tend to compare dengan orang lain. That tendency is inevitable. Ada pada semua kita. Whatever we achieve, kadang kita tak perasan. Keep looking at what other people got.
That's true.
Biasanya dari segi material lah. Dari segi material, senang nak banding. Pengalaman dengan kita punya personal development lah. Yang tu kira will be something other people do value. Selalu kita undervalue it.
Right.
So when I saw the video tadi, when I saw you all speak, it occurred to me in my mind, hey, you finally arrived somewhere. You know, you need to be reassured because you always think like you didn't do enough. You know, you should have done more. I should not have done like this. I should have done it differently. But let's never stop. Sampai kaya, you know, and that's part of critical thinking. You keep re-evaluating what you have done to see what you do. So let me begin. When I first joined the tourism school, masa tu tourismnya course ni benda baru. You know, people who finish school, you know, will eventually be looking for career macam nak jadi doktor, jadi engineer, nak jadi lawyer, jadi accountant, jadi architect. These are all the professional ni. And from where I come from, the primary school in Bagansrai and the secondary school, I remember kalau cikgu tanya dalam kelas tu, apa cita-cita kamu? You know, write on the paper, dalam kelas 40 orang tu, perempuan 10 nak jadi askar. Lagi 10 nak jadi cikgu. Ada yang nak jadi polis.
Yes.
Jadi macam-macam lah.
Yeah.
Some of them don't even know the profession. Ada yang kata nak jadi pilot, ada yang kata ialah yang, tapi 90% is takat, you know, to become after you finish Form 5. Tak berapa ambitious lah. So I don't know what I wrote when I was writing on that, what would you like to become? But whatever it is, one day in my life, someone told me that there is a program in ITM that will take you around the world. That I like. Yeah. Yang pertama, yang kedua, it will allow you to appreciate the best of your country. Because then number 2, you will see all the luxury things, you know, like hotel, resort, luxury. Memang siapa tak nak suka tempat-tempat luxury semua. In short, you'll be the merchant for heaven on earth.
Right.
Segala yang sedap, segala yang elok, segala yang cantik, you are going to associate with it. Walaupun it don't belong to you, but you're going to talk about it, you're taking people to it, and you're going to enjoy it yourself. Apa lagi? Forget doctor, forget about lawyer, forget about engineer. I remember in my scouting days, bila pergi camping, I enjoyed the forest. You know, bunyi all this cricket and all that, tengah-tengah malam, pagi, the waterfall. I like that so much. So I thought nature, adventure, and also culture. You know, this is. But saya masuk program tu dekat hotel school. I was actually the 3rd batch.
Oh wow!
Before me. Bila masuk macam biasa lah, I'm sure you all go through tau. Bila nak keluar nanti nak jadi apa? Kadang-kadang kat rumah pun orang tanya, kau belajar tourism ni kau nak jadi apa? Jadi habis-habis sekarang kita kata, boleh join Tourism Malaysia. Kan? Masa tu, masa saya join dulu, TDC baru tubuh. Jadi TDC pun dulu kalau dia iklan untuk tourist officer atau presence director, diploma in tourism tak sebut pun. Dia tulis diploma public admin or business study. Dalam JPA, diploma tourism tu tak ada lagi.
Serious?
Ya. Jadi kita orang belajar tu kata, even airline pun tak buat DPA dengan DBS ataupun bidang-bidang lain. Tourism tak sebut. But never mind. Yang penting itu at this point of my life, I realize yang penting is the education. You know, what you go through, what you learn. Okay. The hotel school or the tourism punya degree or diploma or the master's program teaches you all this, teaches you about culture, teaches you about human relations, teaches you about marketing, all the things you need. Whether you buat business studies, banking studies, whatever other discipline, what you learn in tourism is complete to make you a full-scale graduate, proper personality. In fact, in many ways, we stand out better because look at the way you all dress today. Yeah. Dressing, style, you know, kita emulate the better people that we see in our life. So these are the positive things. Okay, when I was in college, one of the things that bothered me was, what are you going to become when you pass out? Jadi benda ni, I got the answer from the Malaysia Airline sales manager di Penang, when I was doing my practical training. So that manager told me that when he finished Form 5, he decided not to continue for his degree. Of course, this man became a very successful airline man. He was my mentor. I was assigned to him as I buat my attachment program at MAS in Penang. I remember what he told me. He said, when I finished Form 5, I was confronted with the question of whether you're going to do your degree or you want to go out and work. I decided to work because I was told that kalau buat degree nanti, masih tak ada guarantee you get a job,
Betul.
He was worried kalau dapat buat degree nanti tak ada kerja, rugi, baik kerja terus. So he worked he became a clerk. He rose up to become the MD of an airline, So he was running the Mauritius Airline, Air Mauritius. And he was a very prominent member of Malaysia Airlines, doing a lot of development job in MAS. This started from rank and file. And his message to me was, why should you worry about what happened after you graduate? Let that time take care of itself. Kalau kita worry too much, we end up nowhere.
Right.
Analysis paralysis.
Yes.
In the end, tak boleh buat apa. So he said, I decided to do this because takut nanti kita graduate tak ada kerja. What do you takut a time to come? You worry about what's available now. I'm sure if this man had gone to study, he would have had a different experience in life. Although professionally, he achieved more than a lot of graduates did.
Right.
I know how he worked. I know what he had. And in my career, I have seen a lot of people who have developed in this line, in tourism line, even without tertiary education. So yang kita ni ada tertiary ni, we should actually either find it easier to get there or to be able to achieve more because we have the basic foundation, and that made the difference. When I became DG of tourism, I was not the most senior officer. I had more than 20 senior officers who were my boss before that. And when I joined, TDC had a lot of officers from various disciplines. My only advantage was I was trained in the tourism line. When you train the tourism line, you have that basic structure, to understand how the industry operates. Yang kedua, coming from the hotel school, the people around you, your friends, are all in this line. Hoteliers, chef in the kitchen, all these people, your friends are all within the industry. So you are kept abreast of what's happening in the industry.
Right.
And finally, it was this basic training that I had in college about tourism, structuring it, that always put me in a position where I can analyze and present in a manner people could appreciate and understand. It was very important. So to touch on our subject, it was a gay expectations, your soft skill, nothing beats communication. To be able to communicate. There is no compromise on that. 80% of our career, particularly if you're going to managerial position, is communication. If you don't do that well, you will always be, you'll always find it difficult to organize a team or to get effective results. And worse is, people misunderstand you, and your effort can go futile. Yang pertama. Yang kedua, knowledge. Knowledge yang bagi you confident. And knowledge make you present well. So in terms of knowledge, for example, you're a tourism student. I would imagine that whatever holiday you had and whatever free time you had, you must have gone to see places of touristic interest. Kalau you kat Melaka, make sure you have been to the zoo, you have been to all the attraction agro or around Melaka on the weekend. Kalau you tak pergi tengok benda tu, then your authority on that place it's limited. Bila orang cakap benda tu, you have very little to say. Jadi kan, on our own, we must be inquisitive and we must explore. Biasanya kan orang kata, oh, I have no business there, what for I go there? That means your interest in this particular area needs to be checked. Setengah orang, they prefer to stay out. Kalau stay out, yeah, you can have a career in tourism, but you will probably find it a lot of challenges later, because you have to measure up with other colleagues who are actually progressing in their career. And then good human skills. This has got something to do with understanding people. Understanding people.
Betul.
Understanding very important. Pasal kita layan orang. Jangan kita pula dominate, orang tu pula dengan layan kita. Jadi we must always remember, we're supposed to make people comfortable, not the way around. So, for example, public holiday, the whole country wants to go for holiday. For somebody in the tourism line, you go to work.
Datuk, ada satu my student dia cakap, dia kata dia tak boleh, dia tak berapa suka bercakap. Okay, dia tak suka jumpa orang. Jadi saya tanya dia, kenapa ambil tourism? So dia kata dia ambil tourism sebab dia suka travel.
Kalau dia suka travel tu, dia suka lah jumpa orang.
Itulah. Ni ada soalan.
Okey Datuk, tadi Datuk dah cerita pengalaman Datuk dalam sektor tourism. Okey, seperti yang kita tahulah, kepentingan soft skill seperti komunikasi, daya menyelesaikan masalah, membuat keputusan dan lain-lain lagi sangat penting dalam bidang hospitality dan tourism. Pada pendapat Datuk yang telah lama dalam bidang tourism, lebih daripada 30 tahun, apa perbezaan yang ketara yang Datuk boleh nampak sendiri in term of soft skill pada masa dahulu dan sekarang, terutamanya dalam bidang hospitality dan tourism? Silakan Datuk.
Okay, kita ambil the positive environment ni in a few areas. Let's say we talk about 3 areas. Satu is on the graduates who pass out today. What's the impression we have? Yang kedua is on the work environment yang available. Yang ketiga, how it looks like in the future. Talking about graduates, graduate who pass out now. Yang pertama, the numbers is bigger. Dulu tourism graduate setahun 40 orang je, ataupun 50 orang. Now kalau you ambil all the universities together, dia jadi beratus. When the number is big, so the industry has to grow, in the same proportion so that these numbers can be absorbed. Okay. So unfortunately, in our case, in the last 2 years, I think industry has suffered a serious setback. In fact, kita lama ada kat rumah sekarang because kalau hotel dah tutup, staff beratus-ratus nak buat apa, so they have been released and some of them have started different business. So on the part of the student who are passing out, satu is number. Okay. Yang kedua is because of our education system, right from school, kita punya command of English dah compromise. And walaupun hotel school student, ITM student command better English than some other graduates from other university, but still there is an area that can further improve lah. So, jadi kalau boleh dekat ITM tu, the use of English must be more extensive. So I see this, only benda nak buat is to make program for student for overseas placement. Dalam 3-4 tahun kat ITM tu, kena ada 3-4 bulan pergi duduk satu environment yang tak ada orang cakap Melayu. You come back polish. Sebab kalau selagi kita duduk sama-sama kita, English tu jadi macam jadi lauk lah, dia bukan jadi main. Kita nak kita pakai, tak nak kita bertepi. Tapi English must be our English or very important, because tourism ni you speak to people with other culture from other country. You have to use a common language. Kalau sama-sama kita kat Malaysia, no problem. We are tourism, so the hakikat dia tourism deal with outsiders, and then you need to have. And then lagi satu is apa ni, caring and responsible lah. Caring, people today I tengok graduate hari ni, they are better mannered lah, well mannered. You all are very disciplined, very well mannered, very honest. Budak-budak sekarang ni. No, this are very positive.
Orang dulu tak honest Datuk.
Orang dulu tak boleh kita ni orang takut. Because in our student days things was different. But you all, because you know your basic upbringing dari kecil sampai besar, you all are different. So you are better cut to make good officers. Tapi somebody has to provide that opportunity lah kan, the space. InsyaAllah lah. And everything opens up, more and more things grow. And this is one area that a lot of work needs to be done at the level of the administrators, the people who are leading the industry, to make the space for kita punya human resource development. One of the compromise we made is kita allow foreigners to come in and participate in our tourism growth. So in areas where kita perlu, okay. Tapi kalau kita tak check, nanti dia ambil peluang untuk orang kita sendiri yang nak develop in the industry. Because they have advantage of language. You see a lot of the journalists today, they're coming from other countries because, the one is their international affiliation. Yang kedua is their command of the language. Jadi, this is one area nak kena tengok. This is the positive side where the student is concerned, where the working environment is concerned. Of course, industry dah besar. At the same time, we have this challenge of banyak benda going online. Once things go online, they go, pakai information technology. It seems like dependent on human being dah kurang. And that provides a challenge. We're not going to sit back and say, benda IT dah buat, aku tak payah buat apa. Tidak. Kita cari benda yang IT tak boleh buat. So here it comes to the question of soft skills lah. I mean, if you communicate well, you can lead, you can organize, you have ideas, and IT will follow you. Tidak, you'll be left behind by IT. So this is another area. And students today are more savvy on information technology compared to our era. Kita orang dulu pakai calculator je. Itu pun tak ada. Processor pun tak ada. Calculator computer we had was a calculator. Calculator also became very late in our life. Before that we were using logbook. Betul. Equation kita pakai logbook. Jadi we went through the whole transformation process. And then here is on basic exposure. And every student today is better travel than the time we were. Some of you even have the chance to go overseas, kan? Take aeroplane and all that. Kita orang dulu aeroplane tengok pada bawah je. Ada pergi Subang Airport. I had my first flight to Langkawi when I joined to Malaysia. I remember.
Oh yeah?
It was on a small aeroplane, besar sikit pada minibus. 9-seater plane terbang ke Langkawi. That was my first flight.
I see.
I'm glad I took that flight because that's where you can sit beside the pilot.
Oh, okay.
So nak kata I had a jump start, tidak. Mine everything came slowly and came quite gradual lah. And then okay, now if you ask the secret of where I arrived, patience.
There you go.
Patience. Kalau you cepat surrender, as the saying goes, you never fail until you give up. Kalau you give up, you keluar, and that's it. Tapi kalau you are patient, you like what you're doing, you don't get something from the employer, but you get something from the people around you, you continue doing it. Okay, you tak ada chance nak pergi luar negeri, tak ada apa. You boleh pergi sendiri dalam negeri, pergi tengok pulau-pulau lain, pergi tengok what's underwater, pergi hutan, exploration ni kalau tak dapat through the company, you can do it on your own. And then
Datuk, Saya tertarik sebenarnya tadi. Saya tertarik tentang apa yang Datuk mentionkan pasal human skill tadi. Saya nak sentuh pasal komunikasi, Datuk. Macam kami student Datuk kan, kami sebenarnya ada sedikit masalah lah ketika belajar online ni Datuk. Sebenarnya kami ada masalah dalam berkomunikasi Datuk. Kalau boleh Datuk kongsikan lah tambah-tambah lagi ketika online ni macam mana kami nak build up kita punya the way kita komunikasi dengan baik. Sebab kita tahu dalam industri tourism ni, pelancongan ni, komunikasi sangat penting Datuk, betul tak? Jadi kalau boleh Datuk kongsikan sedikit
human skill
human skill yang kami ada boleh kongsikan kepada kami lah.
Okey. Komunikasi ya.
Betul.
Saya sendiri I go back to the time saya dekat sekolah dulu. Kita grow up dalam kampung. Actually dalam kampung semua cakap Melayu. So, and then saya realize kata saya cukup malu nak cakap orang putih lah. Doesn't come out of me. I can understand, but I cannot express.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of students today have that feeling.
Right.
The solution to that is you just have to find an environment where you speak in English. Jadi I decided to sit beside a student in school, an Indian student yang datang pada estate. Jadi ada sebelah ada, you got rubber, you got pencil. Dah start lah keluar bahasa tu. By the time you sedar, you're talking English jadi kan. Jadi you have to look for people, English speaking people, and then practice it with them. In communication, it is practice. Dia tak boleh datang ada table ke apa, you makan terus boleh cakap kan. Macam tu bahaya. Nanti takut bahasa yang cakap tu orang tak faham. So you have to practice. And then choice of friend. Try to have a mix of friends, orang luar. You must have a skill where you can just, you jumpa pelancong duduk seorang-seorang kat tepi pantai, you boleh duduk sembang. You must have that skill. Setengah orang dia segan kan, tapi you know how to do it, pelancong tu boleh comfortably speaking to you.
Tapi sekarang tak ada pelancong Datuk. Sekarang tak ada pelancong.
Pelancong kurang Datuk.
Kurang dia.
Apa you boleh jumpa I cakap? Boleh.
In communication, you must consider all the tourists as your guests. You tahu tak kalau tourist, you tanya dia, are you having a good time here? They happy tau. Dia rasa macam negara tu cakap dengan dia. Walhal bila dia berjalan dia kata, if everything okay, did you are you being treated well? I hope you're enjoying your holiday. Where have you been? Dia automatically dia cakap. Dia untuk dia peluang. I think kita punya best thing is cari tempat-tempat pelancong ni. Kita cakap, pelancong. You boleh develop your language. So you cakap silap pun orang tak tahu pasal pelancong tu dia. Lepas tu dia balik. Tapi as you keep on talking, first you develop your confidence, then learning from them you will develop the right language. Jadi saya rasa kena cakap dengan orang. Satu, you must be sociable, you must go out. Kalau you asyik kat rumah depan TV je, it will not develop. You must go out and meet people. Cari orang jumpa, sembang. So before I say anything else, in tourism ni, at the end of our life nanti where I am, you should be able to tell that I learn a great deal. Personally speaking, personal development, I had it all. Jadi yang tu tak diukur dengan duit ataupun dengan pangkat tau. Dia diukur dengan kepuasan diri dan juga acknowledgement lah. The way you are acknowledging me today kan. Benda-benda tu will come to you, So we must work towards our personal development. The confusion here always is a successful career is somebody who has helicopter, private jet, mansion, limousine. Yang tu comes to mind. Yang paling penting is you're satisfied. Itu yang very important. Yeah. There are more people like me, than people with the mansion. Yang dengan mansion tu banyak tak boleh tidur. Look at the situation today. Yang ada private jet dengan mansion. Ada yang terpaksa menyewa kat luar negeri mana? Ada better to have less and then free. You must be free and be able to share whatever you have. Okay, that's so much about communication. Lagi satu is watch ni. Sekarang ni kita dekat Netflix ada, TV ada.
Betul.
Watch some good serials. They teach very good English. Tengok Crown. Ada yang ikut Crown. The Crown.
Yeah.
You look at the English in the Crown. I think kalau you pergi, you nak cari that kind of dialogue dengan that kind of expression kan, dekat luar susah dapat. You can pick it up from me. Some of the important channels on TV. And the most importantly, in the public speaking, stand up and speak. Yang tu you kena buat. You tak boleh escape. Jangan lari. I remember, in training my officers, yang dia ingat saya tu was, I want them to stand up and speak. Ada yang sampai sakit-sakit perut apa semua cukup kan. And I enjoyed that. Because hari ni sakit perut, bila dia dah boleh cakap lah, kena tarik mic, dia tak mau berhenti.
Kan? That's what they are feeling now, Datuk. Ni, my student ni, tengah kena jadi host ni, tadi pagi kecil lah, 3 kali pergi toilet lah.
Dia short cakap, orang pula kena bagi tahu cukup. Human being, di nature kita ni, kita memang suka berinteraksi. Kalau kita tak buat benda tu, oleh kerana benda tu belum buka lagi. Once you buka that, you see, oh, the world is so beautiful. To quote the founder of Toyota, look out the window, there's a white world out there. So kita punya window tu kita kena buka. Once you buka, you see, life will be also different. But I think you all tourism student, you have a personality that compares better with a lot of other discipline. The other discipline kadang-kadang they are lagi isolated and remote. Orang main equation, main arithmetic,
Betul.
aja kan. Jadi kita dalam tourism adalah keluar jumpa orang, makan minum. Yang itu penting bagi saya, cukup penting.
Okay, Datuk, ada kaitan dengan komunikasi tadi, di mana Datuk ada cakap tentang human skill kan, understanding kita, macam mana kita layan orang tu. Lepas tu, macam mana kita nak buat orang tu comfortable dengan kita. So, saya ada slogan ni mana customer is always right. So, saya pernah ada pengalaman lah kerja sebagai customer service. So, dia cakap saya ni macam service tak okay, communication tak berapa nak tu dengan customer. So, tapi ada yang cakap customer is always right ni is not always true. So, apa pandangan Datuk? Pandangan
actually customer is right ni is for us to put our mental frame. Bila sebelum kita start cakap, kalau dalam otak kita nak ajar orang, jadi masalah lah. Jadi kalau otak kita tahu customer is always right, kita kena fikirkan apa yang dia nak. Kalau dia minta lebih-lebih, so in that particular case, itu kira kita tak payah ni, dia ada limit dia, whatever takat servis yang kita provide lah. Kalau dia nak lebih-lebih pada tu, that one is beyond the scope lah. Yang tu kira kita boleh refuse. Right ni within the scope of kita servis. Kalau kita ada restoran, ada satu orang datang, walaupun garam level sama, you know, dia kata, this is not salty enough, can you make it? Kita buat. Kalau lebih, raja kita bagi tahu, no, everybody say the salt is enough. Not enough, tak payah. Kita bagi apa dia nak setakat skop kita punya ni lah, kita punya tempat kerja ni. Dia yang customer yang kita kira bungkus tempat keluar pun ada. I remember kat ada kami pernah kita minta customer tu keluar pada hotel lah. So dia minta benda bukan-bukan, dia usik staff, dia misbehave. Itu tak boleh, yang tu tak boleh. Within the scope of kita punya khidmat lah. And customer is right, it means actually put the customer first. Kan, antara you dengan customer. You bagi dia dulu, bila nak cakap, bagi dia cakap dulu. Kita jangan dominate dia, kita dengar cakap dulu. Alah orang nak kena layan, kita nak jaga orang ambil hati, kita kena give in sikit. Tapi takkan nak ambil hati dia, jangan sampai dia nak ambil nyawa kita. Tak salah. Kalau itu, no more right, wrong.
Okey, Datuk Seri. Tadi Datuk Seri ada mention berkaitan dengan IT kan dalam hospitality and tourism. Tapi sebelum saya teruskan soalan saya yang seterusnya, apa kata kita tengok video yang disediakan oleh pihak
Oh, ada video.
Ada video.
Ada madam, ada.
Hello, sir. Have you checked in your flight?
Oh, no.
I can help you with that.
Really? Cool. Nice. Oh, here it is.
Your check-in is successful.
Awesome.
Would you want to check in your luggage?
Luggage? Oh, yeah.
I will print the sticker. Please put it on your luggage and leave it just here.
Yes, sir. Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Hello, madam.
Hello there. It's not my day. My plane got delayed.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I will make it quick. Could you please show me your boarding pass?
Here it is.
A 25% discount on your next flight with us has been added to your account. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day.
Okey Datuk Seri. Okey Datuk Seri. Seperti mana yang kita saksikan video sebentar tadi, kemajuan teknologi semakin hari semakin maju. Pada Isnin lepas, saya berkesempatan untuk menyertai PD Talk yang bertajuk Tourism 4.0. Speakernya iaitu Dr. Anang Sutono juga ada menyatakan bahawa pada masa hadapan teknologi akan melebihi daripada pekerja yang sedia ada dalam sektor pelancongan. Pada pendapat Datuk, setuju atau tidak jika saya menyatakan bahawa aspek soft skill tidak akan dititik beratkan lagi kerana peluang pekerjaan dalam industri hospitality semakin hari semakin mengecil kerana wujudnya teknologi. Silakan Datuk.
Okey, yang perkara ni kalau kita ambil dalam sektor yang tertentu sekarang ni, nampak gaya macam IT dah replace banyak kerja.
Betul Datuk.
For example dalam macam this online punya booking kan.
Yes.
Betul. Lain lah. Kan potong travel agent, potong tour operator, banyak orang yang dulu in that line tu been cut off. Yang tu memang ada dia punya efek dia. Tapi on hospitality and service melayan dengan menyediakan perkhidmatan, the human aspect tu ada yang IT tak boleh nak ganti.
Right.
That one they cannot ganti. For example, I think IT will reach its limit.
Right.
Today IT is cashing in to go to its limit lah. With speed and then there's a lockdown and all this restriction everybody has gone to the maximum lah for IT.
Right.
Bila benda ni buka nanti, people will be struggling to see each other again.
Right.
Because a lot of people sekarang kalau pergi restoran, kalau pergi mana-mana penuh.
Betul.
Walaupun ada yang kata Omicron lah, kena ada social distancing. Kita ada lagu sama tapi orang dah penuh sampai berdiri-diri queue kat luar.
Yes.
Betul.
That goes to prove that walaupun you boleh order online, you boleh makan kat rumah, tapi manusia is a social punya animal tau. We are a social animal. We want to meet other people. Memang kita punya nature.
Right.
But tourism is concerned, if you go to one destination yang tak ada orang and you come back, you will not miss the place. Tapi kalau you pergi satu tempat yang ada orang, you dapat layanan baik, bila you balik, you will miss it more. Jadi I always use this example. I cakap the reason why nobody is going for holiday on the moon is because tak ada orang nak layan. You go on your own and you come back. You need to have people. People always ask, macam Langkawi kan. You compare Langkawi with Penang or Bali kan. Dia kata Bali has so much tourists, Penang has so much tourists. Langkawi kenapa turis tak banyak mana? The first answer is, penduduk Langkawi berapa?
Betul.
Kalau penduduk Langkawi 100,000, penduduk di Pulau Pinang 1 juta, penduduk di Bali 2 juta, bila lagi ramai orang, jadi layanan yang diberikan kepada pelancong tu lagi banyak lah kan. Jadi, kalau tak ada orang nak layan, macam mana orang nak pergi? Kalau you pergi satu restoran yang you duduk sejam lebih tak dapat makanan, you mungkin tak pergi lagi. So, elemen layan, elemen jumpa orang ni will not reduce. IT will speed up the process of getting there, but when you're already there, the human aspect has still got to be there. Itu satu. Yang kedua, manusia kena embrace IT. Jadi kita kena coexist. Jangan kita cut IT all up with us together. Sebab kalau kita esok keluar menjaga, kita buka travel agent, we will get our customer from IT.
Jangan dulu Datuk.
Yeah, but get some water.
Kalau kita fizikal ni, kita dah sediakan air dah untuk Datuk. Kita tu prepare. Soft skill ya Datuk.
Jadi saya batuk tu sengaja untuk
layan.
Saya post Datuk.
Something kena happen online. So yes and no. Memang a lot of job has been eliminated because of IT. But IT will make travel more significant.
Right.
Ambil airline business. Ambil airline business. Air Asia punya model is basically the maximize on information technology kan. You put that. The net result, more people travel. When more people travel, mungkin airline booking element tu cut jobs. But when more people travel, there are more jobs.
Right.
At the destination, for example. Look at the number of Malaysians in all the resort.
Right.
So we have to adjust.
Yes.
We don't expect IT to challenge us, but to supplement kita punya effort. To complement what we're doing.
Yeah. Actually, with online teaching, the challenge is not just the student trying to learn virtually on developing their soft skills. The challenge also comes among us, the educators, in trying to educate the student on the significance or how soft skills should be performed as individuals within the hospitality and tourism sector. So in the past, before the pandemic, student banyak event kan, kita ada banyak event, kita jumpa orang, But right now, everything, I think this is probably the closest, this PD Talk series is probably the closest I can get into trying to develop each and every one of their ability in communicating, in thinking creatively, and in public speaking pun sekali, like what you mentioned, Dato'. So I have this vision, maybe once the whole pandemic is over, I don't know, I have a very strong prayers for my student. Hopefully I won't get so much feedback daripada industry saying, oh, your student cannot speak, your student cannot communicate, interview pun online, eye contact pun tak ada, body gesture pun hilang. So apa experience Datuk sepanjang pandemic ni? Have you been able to meet people, and how do you feel about talking like now, through the screen? And
for people of my age and background, finally I'm forced to accept what IT can do. Kalau kita dulu ada professional arrogance Kita rasa macam benda yang ada pada kita ni lebih baik pada teknologi yang datang. There was always that block there. I think that's where they send this virus. This virus is here to tell everybody in the world. The virus is here to tell everybody in the world. The many things you do can be done without being there physically. It works on physical movement.
Right.
Okay, maximize communication through the technology, and then that will reduce like traffic on the road, congestion in the shops and all that. All this can be done. So macam this Grab system yang hantar food apa semua, the homes today all over the country is getting more food by Grab than they ever did before.
Right.
Because now people begin to realize that it is not really, it doesn't really cost much more, because kalau bawa kereta nak kena park, you know, lepas tu minyak, parking, kadang keluar pergi langgar pula kereta lain, all that together, avoid. You get what, all that, but just ordering on Grab. So I pun mula-mula I objected to this arrangement, only to realize that you know it makes a lot of sense. That's up to communication, and then secondly, speed of information. One hit, 100 people listening. Can you imagine if we had to organize this morning?
I know, right? Yeah.
Leave alone how effective it will be at the end of the forum, but the physical arrangement itself would have been quite a challenge and also expensive. Kan? One nak travel, satu orang tu would have come from a different part of the country, just sit there and hear what they're hearing now. Of course, there will be other benefits, because then you know they will get to know people better. You know, breaks, we have tea breaks, we can meet people. Adalah ada side benefit there. Tapi this IT element today is something that I myself realize does a lot of good, and then it is inevitable lah. We have to live with it, and we have to embrace it. And then kalau boleh, for all passing out students, they must be really, they must be really command this, because this will be their weapon.
Right. I mean, I remember the last time we had a physical program with the students when we invited you to campus 2 years ago. Remember the Forum Nusantara? Actually, speaking about Forum Nusantara, Pak Tendi is actually in with us. He's actually joining us. Ada tak Pak Tendi? He's been wanting to say hi to you. Yeah.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ada?
Ada
Pak Tendi. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. I'm really happy to hear this. Thank you, Puan Azwin.
No problem, Pak Tendi. How are you?
Good. And Dato' Mirza, I just coming from the ATF, Asian Travel Forum in Cambodia. And everybody said hello to you. Everybody still remember Dato' Mirza.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dato' Mirza is very famous, yeah, Pak Tendi.
Oh, yeah. It's in Asian country, it's very, very famous. That's why we're talking about Dato' Mirza is like our minister before, Dato' Pak Yop Afe. So during that time, we discuss about too.
Tapi Pak Tendi juga famous ya di Indonesia juga. Pak Tendi juga seperti minister ya, Pak Tendi.
Saya cuma ikut-ikut saja. Tapi saya ada sedikit komen dengan tadi Dato' Mirza bicara mengenai IT. I'm really agree. Karena human touch itu tidak mungkin digantikan oleh IT.
Betul.
Because as a human, kita perlu interaksi, kita perlu komunikasi, and cannot be changed with the IT. IT is supporting, don't become the main objectnya. Jadi, I think hospitality is still number one. Don't worry about it.
Nah, Pak Tendi nanti kita jemput Pak Tendi juga ya nanti, insyaAllah.
InsyaAllah. Kebetulan saya sekarang dikasih amanah untuk menjadi chairman untuk Indonesian Wellness Institute.
Alhamdulillah.
Jadi saya harus sehat seperti Puan Azwin selalu.
InsyaAllah. Kan Pak Tendi sehat selalu, Dato' Mirza juga sehat. Nanti mungkin kita boleh buat forum Nusantara online ya, virtual ya.
Oke, kita buatin online sama-sama. Thank you Dato' Mirza. Still.
Thank you Puan Azwin. Nice to see you again. Nanti kita jumpa nanti. Dah lama kita tak jumpa.
Iya, kita harus banyak discuss Dato' karena banyak sekali developing about this program for Nusantara.
Dato' Mirza.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the name of the capital of Indonesia in the future is Nusantara. So in Kalimantan, in Borneo. So the name of the capital become the Nusantara.
Yes. I'm sure not only the name, one day the glory of Nusantara will come back.
You get it. Inshallah.
Once the seat is in the center, you can draw the circle from there. You know?
There you
Yeah,
go.
this is our dream, Dato'.
Yeah.
Probably we'll be together again, ya. Terumpun semula kita semua.
Inshallah, inshallah,
I think
inshallah.
it's going towards there. It's going towards there because once you hit the center, all comes together. You know,
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
I think Jakarta has arrived at has reached its climax. So if you move the capital and then you name it Nusantara, you're bringing back the glory of the past.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will come back because there's already talk about it. Our Nusantara discussion, and now the capital and all came together. And look at the profile of Indonesia today worldwide. Everybody recognize, after they speak about US, China, India, it's Indonesia now. They don't talk about any other country. It's already in that league, among the top 5 nations of the world.
Yeah. Inshallah, this year become the G20. So they got 157 event in Indonesia. We invite you, all of you, to come to Indonesia and we discuss about them.
Inshallah. I look forward. I miss Indonesia.
Dato', I wait for you, Dato'. Handphone Azwin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Insyaallah, insyaallah. Sehat selalu
Yeah.
Pak Tendi.
Sama-sama semuanya, sehat semuanya.
Thank you, Pak Tendi.
Thank you for this discussion.
Yeah. Hope you are enjoying the program this morning. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to continue
Thank
to
you, Pak
enjoy to
Tendi.
listen next program.
Pak Tendi.
I'm going to talk to Pak Anang to say, you're wrong.
Yeah, Pak Anang, Dr. Anang, yeah.
This is my best friend, so don't worry.
Friend,
I'm
ya
gonna,
Allah. You should have
I'm gonna
joined the
talk.
other day.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to them.
Yeah, insyaAllah.
Thank you, Azwin.
Okay, thank you, Pak Tendi. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
Okay, that was Pak Tendi. He's very active in tourism in Indonesia. We've been involved with Pak Tendi since 2019. Datuk, doing all sorts of collaboration work with tourism development juga. So I think we should continue the effort lah, insyaAllah. There are more opportunities coming towards us. InsyaAllah. Pak Tendi has been asking for us to do a video conference, Datuk. InsyaAllah nanti saya arrange kan.
I hope not only video that we get to visit him soon.
Yes.
I missed the last week that we had.
Kan?
Remember, you went to Toba, right? Next time
Yeah,
you're going to
Toba.
Labuan
Oh, that
Bajo.
was fun, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that very well. I always go on YouTube and turn into that place and relook at the
Oh yeah?
video again. Yeah.
Tapi after that trip, we were supposed to go to Tanjung Pinang kan, Datuk. And then there was invitation to Bali tau, Datuk. So, but the pandemic has changed everything. Tak boleh.
And now you get a fam trip to follow the wellness trip.
Oh, there you go. Wellness. Oh, I'll be the first one to go.
We get Yogyakarta, Solo, and Bali.
Oh my God. Okay, Datuk, you get ready. Pack your bags. I'm taking you.
We look forward.
And also the student too. Come on.
Yes.
Siapa yang join talk hari ni, saya boleh pilih boleh. Okay.
Gitu.
Kan, gitu. Okay,
Thank you.
any ada kalau tanya Pak Tendi pun boleh juga. Any other question to Datuk, guys? Proceed.
Betul tu. Dengan Pak Tendi sekali. Tadi Pak Tendi ada cakap yang teknologi ni sendiri sebenarnya hanya supporting kepada kerja manusia. Jadi kita kalau lebihkan teknologi, dia akan jadi satu benda yang tak menarik dalam industri servis ni sendiri kan. Tapi pada pandangan sama ada Pak Tendi lah ataupun Datuk sendiri, adakah dengan teknologi sendiri kan akan mengurangkan keramahan servis dari segi industri pelancongan ini sendiri?
Okay, if I can, saya dulu ya.
Silakan Datuk.
Technology will give you the information. Information will save time. No more guessing. You know exactly what you want to do. Kadang-kadang bila kita telefon, for example, ada answering machine. So tekan ni, tekan tu, we get irritated kan?
Right.
But it's better for us to use that system and speak to the right person than to be passed on the phone to a lot of people. Kan? Jadi technology actually saves us time by giving the right information before we act. So the chances of us to do better is greater with technology. Yeah, macam even airline.
Your gambar is missing.
Yeah. I got to do something about the battery. I need to connect.
Okay. No problem. Technology.
Technology lasts as long as the battery, you know.
Yeah. Betul. Setuju.
You are right, definitely.
So okay, now I will just put on my plug, and then because I took my laptop away from the.
So maybe a quick question to Pak Tandi while Datuk do that. So I am very interested to actually ask, like, macam, how does the Indonesian side, our family in Indonesia, train the people? Because I feel very welcome bila pergi ke Indonesia tu, everybody is like, salam ibu, salam bapa, so soft, and we have always been amazed with the way Indonesia treat visitors, and we try to do that with our students, but they're like, Assalamualaikum, it's like, so how do you guys, I mean, is this the nature? Kalau kita itu look at the serumpun Nusantara, kita pun sama juga kan, but how do you feel when you come to Malaysia? What do you feel? What is the uniqueness of the Malaysian people? Probably
I think quite the same. Ya, tapi sebenarnya Puan Aswini dia rindu dengan Tanjung Pinang sebenarnya. Dengan Pulau Penyengatnya dia.
Betul.
Karena kalau kita kembali ke Pulau Penyengat ya, Puan Aswini, itu seperti Malaysia dulu lagi. So it means kita sebangsa serumpun ini sama lah. Semuanya kita juga ramah. Cuman karena kita teknologi, karena activity dan membuat kita seperti ini. Jadi kembali lagi, dan Datuk Mirza tadi katakan betul, apapun itu, touching itu is really need touching. Sekarang ini kita bisa komunikasi, bisa bicara, bisa semua, tapi tidak ada touching. Apalagi jadi teacher ya. Puan Azwina, saya juga merasa jadi waktu kita mengajar tuh nggak ada human touch, itu rasanya susah sekali. Apalagi waktu awal pandemik.
Iya.
Saya
tapi mereka bilang, student saya bilang, saya garangnya tetap sama, Pak.
Oh, sama. Saya lihat pun tak berubah, ini sama aja.
Garang orang.
Tapi kalau physical sama betul sama juga garangnya.
Tapi lebih untung student sekarang, walaupun dia garang tapi tak ada kena kan. Jauh-jauh sama saja.
Betul.
Jadi lebih mudah. Tapi anyway, tapi betul, kita serumpun tadi Datuk Mirza juga katakan. Ini sebenarnya saya kebetulan ikut juga dalam program yang untuk Ibu Kota Baru Indonesia. Itu Nusantara itu sebenarnya ingin membuat berjaya lagi negara-negara di Asia Tenggara. Karena kalau begitu kita harus we have to compete with Uni Eropa, kita harus compete with Amerika, and other, including China. Jadi dengan ada Nusantara ini membuatkan Southeast Asia berjaya lagi seperti dulu. Jadi kita ingin sama-sama sebenarnya is borderless. Tidak ada lagi apapun, kita sama-sama maju untuk bersama. Dan satu lagi yang saya selalu bicara sama Datuk Mirza ini, saya is my guru.
No, right? We adore Datuk Mirza.
Jadi saya mengatakan bahwa kalau kita sama-sama maju, nggak ada lagi kita bicara apa. Dan kaum Melayu, saya bicara pernah di conference international with Malaysian, mereka bicara dalam bahasa Inggris. Saya bilang, saya tidak allow me to bicara bahasa. Karena saya bangga menjadi bangsa Melayu. Karena Tan Sri juga mengajarkan kita ya Puan Azwin ya. Ya, jadi kami serasa kalau kita sama-sama pertama kali untuk kita semua, we have to proud to be Melayu.
Yes.
Dan the basic of Melayu is ramah tamah, atau kita bicaranya mengenai politeness. Dan itu adalah hospitality. Itu yang kita punya sebenarnya. Kalau kita hospitality-nya hilang, kita tidak menjadi orang Melayu lagi.
Betul.
Jadi kalau kita menjadi Melayu, itulah kita. It's our soul is hospitality.
InsyaAllah. Wow. That's a good advice. Okay, Datuk, kita dah nampak Datuk dah. Dah boleh nampak.
Datuk lagi.
Okey, Datuk ada lagi.
Boleh. Datuk boleh sambung.
Our guru.
I mean, in fact, we have a lot to learn from Pak Tendi. You know? I can only speak about being in the civil service. Pak Tendi, has stood up on his own as a personality in tourism. Itu kira he withstood the test of time. He deals with the industry, he deals with the government, he deals with the authority, and he can also find time to even spare his time with the students.
Betul.
Jadi personality macam ni yang sebenarnya guru saya.
Ni personality seperti Pak Tendi ni. Mesti. Datuk Mirza is definitely my guru also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then
kalau government servant, we are backed by our organization. We are backed by all the facility we get. Now, when you have to stand up and do it on your own, it's a different ball game. Just like sitting on a boat or swimming in the sea. People who swim.
Saya pun masih di karantin ini sekarang.
Okay.
Masih di karantin ya.
Balik daripada ATM.
Ya.
Berapa lama ya karantinnya, Pak?
Kalau ini pun Asun udah mau ke Indonesia nih kayaknya segera. Kamu Datuk Mirza.
Iya, saya bisa kedua-duanya.
Jadi untuk ASEAN itu 5 hari kita bisa.
5 hari.
5 hari. Jadi 5 hari, tapi kita lagi mau coba karena kita government lebih easy, especially for the government employee.
InsyaAllah.
Gitu.
Oke.
Tapi kita akan segera buka border dari Batam sama Bintan masuk ke Singapura dan itu segera akan jadi bubble.
Pasti. Saya akan bawa sekali Datuk Mirza ke sana. Ya.
Harus itu dibawa.
Iya, Datuk Mirza harus.
InsyaAllah.
Dia harus berjalan. Karena di Toba itu sangat bagus udaranya. Jadi Datuk Mirza sehat-sehat terus di sana.
Kalau nanti di wellness lebih sehat lagi.
Alhamdulillah. Betul. Banyak nih wellness yang kita mau explore.
Ada orang cakap nak ikut juga tu, madam.
Nak ikut? Oh, ramai juga nak ikut ni ya. Nampak ni. Semua nak ikut.
Kalau gitu, Puan Aswin, kita buat program kayak dulu ya.
Ya, boleh. Jadi kalau anak-anak mahasiswa saya, kalau mereka perform, ada soft skill yang baik, saya bawa ya. Soft skillnya nggak ada, nggak bisa ya guys. Nggak bisa. Okey, kita teruskan ya. Kita teruskan. Kita ada sedikit. Terima kasih Pak Tendi. Nanti kita sambung lagi Pak Tendi. Kalau berborak sama Pak Tendi dan Datuk Mirza, 3 hari pun tak habis. Kerana inilah tourism punya personality ni semua tourism punya. Memang tak habis. Banyak sekali cerita. Okey Datuk, kita sambung balik. Banyak ni student nak tanya soalan ni Datuk. Macam-macam lagi ni.
Okey.
Okay, soalan saya Datuk pasal interpersonal skill. Macam Madam Azwin cakap tadi, special expression, pasal body gesture kan. Kan kita sekarang virtual. Interview fizikal dengan interview online ni macam kalau ikut kan benda yang sama je. Tapi macam mana kita nak tahu key skill untuk kita, sebab sekarang ni banyak interview online kan. Skill tu apa skill yang kita perlu untuk kita interview secara online tu?
Okay, online ni, 2 things appear on the screen. Satu is yang kita cakap lah, tutoran kita. And then the second thing is kita punya basic body language kita lah, expression kita. Kedua-dua ni One is your confidence level. Confidence level pula berpandukan pada your orang panggil tu knowledge on the subject matter. Dua-dua ni akan show up. So since saya tengok a lot of people, particularly the generasi sekarang ni, they tend to cakap cepat. Kerana orang yang cakap cepat biasanya orang yang tak berapa sure, dia cakap laju. Because they just want to get. So these are the things you can record and then you hear yourself. You record apa you cakap, you dengar balik. Then you realize that cara you buat tu, you sendiri pun tak bersetuju. Then you adjust it. Because communication on internet ni, on the screen ni, it's quite different from communication. Saya sendiri pun tertanya-tanya whether I'm equally effective speaking online. Because saya memang kalau in person, saya boleh buat joke, saya boleh buat lawak, I can look around and make fun.
This is interesting. I would like to touch on that about your personality, Dato'. So I think I have to ask this question because I have seen Dato' Mirza since I was 18 years old. Umur saya 18 tahun saya sudah kenal Dato' Mirza. Saya dah kenal Dato' Mirza dari umur saya 18 tahun. And I've seen his speeches and I've always adored his speech. And he always able to masukkan all these jokes, and I learned masa muda-muda dulu dengar jokes Dato' Mirza tak boleh nak gelak, tak berapa faham. Tapi bila dah go through, dah makan garam, dah makan gula kan, dah macam sekarang ni baru faham. Jadi kan Dato', macam why do you think is important that we have this element, macam humorous element in us? To be a warm person, to have a warm personality, to be apa orang kata hospitable lah. Macam mana Dato'? Because kadang-kadang I notice my student ni dia macam pembaris tau. Dia lurus. dia macam kadang-kadang saya buat lawak cabaran saya bila saya crack a joke dalam kelas, semua orang gelak macam ni tau Dato'. Tak dengar pun sebab dia tutup mic. Jadi kan kita tak dapat tau elemen tu tau. Kita tak dapat macam like am I funny or am I stupid macam suddenly. So is it important to be someone in the hospitality? You have to be able to understand humor. Macam tu.
Talking about humor is a very important subject for me tau. People banyak kali when I tell a joke or something, ada orang cuba nak catit kan. But when they try to tell it again kan, it doesn't happen. It's just like I can give you all the brush and all the color I use, but there's no guarantee that you can produce the same picture. Yes.
Right.
It's a question, it's not the brush, it's not the paint, it's the painter.
Yes.
So in relation to kita punya subject ni kan, soft skill and humor ni, in speeches I think humor is important because humor will immediately send a signal when people react to see whether they understand you or not. If they don't understand your joke, maybe they also having problem understanding you.
Yes.
Okay, talking about joke. Perkataan joke ni kalau
I think that's the reason why I keep cracking jokes in my class. But nobody laugh. And siapa yang laugh tu dia tak dengar pula. Jadi saya tak tahu saya funny ke, sama ada mereka faham atau mereka tak faham ke, macam mana.
Keep on cracking lah. Dia don't laugh at the joke.
Tapi dia memang seorang yang kelakar pun.
Betul.
Dia kelakar aja.
Talking about joke ni kan, dalam bahasa language of Urdu Parsi ke, on that side of the world kan, where they are quite refined in poetry and syair apa semua tu kan. The joke ni they call it latifah.
Wow. Okay.
Serious?
Latifah. They call it latifah. Latifah translated is they call it the fine arts in speech. That means fine speech, refinement in speech. Jadi kan joke ni ada kaitan dengan speech. So if you want to be a good speaker, you must learn to tell jokes. Keep telling. Once you tell jokes, people laugh, you begin to read people's mind. And then you can tell exactly what they want to hear. So joke ni ada kena-mengena dengan communication. I think in the case of the Americans, kalau dia orang bagi speech, you know, in public speaking, dia ada kata start with the small humor kan. Just put everything, everybody in focus, and then you speak. Yeah, there's a macam start. Jadi benda tu ada. I'm lucky because maybe I got this naturally. Tapi this is something people can acquire. Once you are confident, you're sure of yourself, you know, you must start practicing it with your friends, you know. Learn to tell. I remember I used to have a friend on, you know, when I was in service, sebelah saya. That guy, I won't mention name. Dia tu kira robot pun kalah lah. He comes on time, he does his assignment on time, and then cukup waktu dia pergi sembahyang, dia balik, kemaskan meja dia, bersihkan lap dengan kain, and then put all the file in the laci. Cara buku tu, robot tu. I tengok dia kata, I wish I could be half of him, I kata. My kerja pula tinggal di meja yang tulis last line tu, esok datang sambung kat line tu juga, you know. So different. When he look at me, dia kata ini macam a wild animal kat sebelah dia tu. I pula tengok dia cakap, this is a prophet, I kata. You know, prophet and a wild animal sebelah dia. So in our career, of course, all the bosses like him a lot, no? And they had problems with me, just like people like us lah. Kalau yang mana yang selalunya terlampau kreatif, jadi you know, governing us will be the issue lah. So anyway, I keep seeing him, but he never stopped telling me that he could not repeat my jokes. He'd laugh at my joke, but if he tried to tell my joke to somebody else, before he start talking, dia dah mula gelak. Dia gelak dulu. Orang tak boleh nak dengar joke dia. Kadang-kadang dia destroy the punchline, dia tak tahu punchline. Kita mungkin dia ni kemas pasal dia tak boleh create benda tau. Dia more of ni regimented tau. But I needed his skill to be more effective because he was disciplined. Right. He needed me because I was creative. Okay. Ni, kalau boleh combine bagus lah. Kalau tak boleh combine, ada problem lah kan. Orang kreatif ni kena disiplin susah. Orang disiplin pula kadang-kadang tak kreatif. I remember in my career, in the end, he gave up, you know. He gave up, particularly in an environment where things were changing so much, he tak boleh cope, he gave up. And I endured, you know. I went beyond him, although he was promoted before me. I remember there was one time between both of us, you know, nak naik deputy DG punya post. I gave way to him, you know, because I thought in every sphere, kan, he has done more than me. So he went up there. But surely his approach, you know, his rigid approach could not fit in the environment that the country was going through at that time. They wanted changes, they wanted ideas, they wanted something to be flexible. Dekat situ he got stuck. You know, flexibility is to agree and disagree at the same time, you know. And itu dia tak lewat. So then I stood on, and a few years later, he left, I continued. And then I can see, you know, that situation dekat table, you know, how this humor and creative thinking helps in our industry. Creativity lah, creativity. And then for humor ni, kena practice again. Come back communication ni, you kena practice. You tell a joke to 3 person, then you remember the joke. And as you keep on telling, your joke will improve. It's like that. Then you remember how can you remember all the joke on the kan? Tapi kalau but if you are into telling joke, it comes, you know, something will trigger, and it will appear, you know. And I don't know whether I still have them. Dah lama I tak cerita joke ni. Yang nak cerita semua orang dah dengar lah.
I remember before you tell me a joke, you will ask, okay, I don't know if you've heard of this joke, but you have to ask for check-in dulu.
Dia kata old product, new market. New product, old market kan. Mine is old product, so I'm looking for new market. Jadi kalau cari student baru ni lah, nak jual my jokes.
Nampak? Dia orang masih belum faham lagi. That was me 18 years ago.
Betul. Dan macam Datuk cakap tadi kan, kita tahu yang bahasa tu sendirilah main peranan kan. Macam Datuk cakap tadi, dari segi partisi Urdu tadi Datuk, latifah ya Datuk. Latifah, it means joke ya Datuk.
It means fine art in speech.
Fine.
Refinement. To tell a joke, you have to bring people to a level of understanding, and then you break it, and then they respond from inside them. So it is a skill. It's an art form. Macam lukisan. Tapi yang ini in terms of lisan. Seni lisan. Joke dari seni lisan.
Oh, okay.
Seni lisan. Translated Latifah means seni lisan.
Okay. Itu yang saya masukkan Datuk. Bahasa ni sebenarnya mainkan peranan penting lah untuk kita nak berbicara dengan orang kan. Dalam dunia sekarang Datuk yang macam agak kompetitif sekarang Datuk kan. Kita tahu yang bahasa ini sendiri, kalau kita dapat kuasai setengah bahasa kan Datuk kan. Saya dah terbaca satu quotes tahu sebenarnya Datuk, dan menariknya quotes ni daripada Nelson Mandela sendiri. If you talk to a man in a language that he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. So pada Datuk lah sendiri kan, adakah dengan mempunyai kemahiran berbicara dalam bahasa ketiga sendiri dapat membantu seseorang itu dalam industri pelancongan ini sendiri?
Ya memang bahasa is one common factor tau, because whether mana-mana bahasa pun, kalau you boleh speak many languages, it goes to prove that you understand, you can understand more culture.
Betul.
Biasanya kalau you jumpa satu orang yang orang putih yang cakap Melayu fasih kan, you understand immediately dia tahu budaya kita, Tengok dia cakap macam mana, cakap bahasa tu jadi pengukur tau, tentang kita punya fahaman tentang budaya tu. And then kita feel very comfortable, automatically kita punya approach to him ubah bila kita dengar dia cakap Melayu kan. So I think same goes to us bila kita cakap dengan orang luar, kita cakap dalam bahasa dia, walaupun broken, tapi they appreciate. Somebody's trying to do it, Except for bahasa Inggeris lah, kalau broken orang cakap something is wrong, dia kata. Kira latihan tak cukup, dia kata bahasa orang putih. Bahasa putih is the exception lah. People expect it to be of certain standard lah.
Macam itulah untuk kan, kalau kita pergi negara-negara Asia sendiri pun, kita pergi negara Jepun ke even Korea kan, kalau kita cakap just anyo hasayo, saya tak pandai sangat. Anyo hasayo ke ataupun konnichiwa ke kan, dia really appreciate benda tu kan. So diorang bila kita macam saya sendiri lah, mungkin saya ada nampak satu video kan, bila kita ada satu social experiment tu, bila diorang bercakap bahasa Inggeris dengan orang Jepun ataupun Korea, diorang macam lain tak layan diorang tu. Tapi bila bercakap dengan bahasa sendiri, walaupun broken dah tu, diorang akan layan kita, akan layan kita, and then tend untuk apa yang korang nak ni sebenarnya, aku nak jawab lah, macam tu dah tu.
Itu benda ni memang very obvious. Tambah kalau you pergi France, France dia orang semua faham bahasa orang putih. Tapi kalau you cakap dengan bahasa orang putih dulu, dia akan test, dia tak tahu ke bahasa lain. Bila you cakap bahasa lain, baru dia cakap you dengan bahasa orang putih. Kalau tidak, dia expect you kita cakap dalam bahasa French. So every country I think ada elemen tu. They like people to appreciate their culture. Jadi when they speak their language, dia suka lah.
Based on your experience tu, based your experience, kalau ada suggestion untuk kami student untuk belajar language, apa yang Datuk boleh suggestkan, language apa?
So kita ada bahasa Melayu lah. Bahasa Melayu to be more and more important. Remember we discussed about Nusantara tadi kan? There will be a very quick revival of the Malay language in this region. Dulu, zaman Nusantara dulu, dia orang ajak all these countries to pick up Malay. Macam Filipina pun dia orang ajak menggunakan bahasa Melayu sebagai bahasa ni kan. Dia all to Tagalog. Tapi I think satu hari nanti, everybody will go back to bahasa Melayu. Mana-mana bahasa yang develop new ideas and have got a lot to contribute in literature. Bahasa tu akan maju. The reason why English has become number one language in the world is because this language brought in technology.
Ya, betul.
Teknologi baru datang dengan bahasa ni. Orang yang ambil teknologi kena ambil bahasa ni. Internet, mesti datang kepada dia. Mesti kita ambil kepada dia. Radio ke TV ke telefon ke, mesti datang kepada dia. Bahasa dia. So istilah-istilah yang lain tu semua datang kepada dia. Jadi whichever bahasa yang evolve with new innovation, new development, bahasa tu akan dominate. So I think the situation has come sekarang ni for our region to spread the bahasa Melayu. So again, Malaysia is an advantage. Okay, kita dulu, in ASEAN dulu kita stood out because kita ada bahasa orang putih better than our neighbours dulu. Kalau compare dengan Thailand, Indonesia, compare. Our English was very, Malaysia dengan Singapore lah. Bahasa orang putih kita was supposed to be quite advanced bahasa Inggeris kan, because we were under the English rules. Sekolah kita pun British dan sebagainya. So kita ada advantage. Tapi kalau you look at it now, kita neighboring countries has caught up with English. So they must have put an effort, they learn English. Macam you take Thailand for example. Thailand, you pergi Bangkok, you see the people in Bangkok in their civil service. You look at the way they speak English, it has improved, from those days. You pergi Indonesia, look at the volume of English spoken in Indonesia, compared with 30-40 years ago. You can see that it is evolving very fast. Similarly, you go to Japan, China, everybody is, because bahasa internet is English. You don't know English, you have to translate everything on the internet. Jadi tak payah, you better learn English. Lebih senang belajar English pada translate the whole data we have online kan.
That's true.
Everybody is doing that. So here you are, I think bahasa Inggeris must. Bahasa Melayu kita kena polish, kadang-kadang kita terlampau get carried away with foreign language, bahasa kita sendiri kita tak boleh. Bahasa kita must be the masters. Bahasa Inggeris. You talk about this region kan, kalau you take up Mandarin, it will do you a lot of good. Although kita dalam tourism ni, automatically think about French, German, Italian kan. Tapi if you want to be realistic, in this part of the world, English will take you even. You can speak to any Indian in English because they all speak English. Pakistani ataupun Bangladesh, you can speak in English. Myanmar pun you can speak in English. Tapi to speak to China, kalau you ada Mandarin, it will help you. The Mandarin bukan setakat China. There are a lot of this Chinese diaspora. Even in Vietnam, in Laos, sebenarnya banyak dia orang cakap Mandarin. Kat sini kat Malaysia pun banyak Mandarin speaking. That will be one language, Mandarin. And then beyond that, sekarang a lot of people are picking up Arabic.
Betul.
Arabic. Jadi Arabic got both satu religious significance, tapi dari segi tourism ni, we are also quite a popular spot for Middle Eastern tourists. Middle East ni bukan semua Arab. They don't speak Arab. They speak Parsi and then people from other part of Central Asia tu, they have their own language. Tapi Arabic is good because then kita boleh have control of the market segment lah, the Arabs coming to this part of the world. Arab population very small kalau you compare betul. Look at all these countries yang besar-besar macam Dubai apa semua kan, the actual population small. So the biggest Arab country there is probably Egypt lah. Egypt got a lot of people, tapi yang kaya tu sikit je. And then you talk about Saudi Arabia and a few others. Tapi Arabic boleh. You can pick up Arabic. Arabic kita memang dah ada foundation. Kita dah baca Quran kan.
Betul.
It will be much easier. And then beyond that, I rasa, then you can go for the other languages. Ambil Japanese kan. Dulu banyak orang belajar Jepun. Tapi Japanese pun sekarang masih cakap putih. I was in Japan for 5 years. Only to realize that they speak better English than me. Dia orang mungkin cakap pelak, but you ask them to write, they write better English. Dia orang structural training there for English from school, very, very thorough. Cakap tu rasa dia complex because dominated by Japanese in their country kan, but they write well. And surely once they go out, they only pick up English. So
Okay,
these are the language. Yeah.
Right. Dato', let me cut you a little bit. Going along on the soft skill, I want to ask you about first impression. First impression when my student when we go for interviews and all that, grooming, like what kind of things that we should consider when going for interview. I'm sure you have interviewed many people in your life before. So what do you see in a potential employee? What do you look when they come in for interview looking for a job?
Okay, no, I can see kita punya moderator, Cik Zarif. I think he is perfectly poised for positive impression lah. You know, dress up. That is a norm. Kita pakai suit, kita pakai tie, kita pakai skat rambut, keep ourselves ni look good and pleasant. So don't allow people to pick us on dia ni compromise on a lot of things. Because dress, kita kena dress out to look impressive. I think grooming penting. Rambut, the way you keep yourself. In tourism, it matters. Kadang-kadang orang cakap what's there in the look, you can do that somewhere else. Pilot ada pakaian dia dengan topi dia walaupun tak panas kan, duduk dalam airport dengan topi kan, bukan pasal tahan panas tu, itu uniform dia kan. Sama dengan people in other service, the police, force, the army, they have their own outfit kan. Kita punya outfit is kadang-kadang kita kena pakai bow tie, black tie, and kadang kita pakai suit. So we must look good, we must look pleasant. We should not allow the impression that kita ada tidak apa attitude. So kita nak jaga orang. Orang tu bila jumpa kita dia kena confident.
Betul.
Kalau dia tak confident, they start worry lah. The confident level. So grooming important. Keep yourself up to the requirement of that particular profession lah. Tapi kalau you kerja tepi pantai, jadi lifeguard, tak payah pakai kot pantai.
Memanaskan diri tu.
Jadi kalau you pakai kot pantai, orang risau pula tu kan.
Sangat-sangat risau.
Can I add something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. And also, because most of the company right now looking for a social media. So
they look at social media, yeah?
Yes, because they look at social media is really important because your personality is there.
That's true. Dengar tu guys. Kenapa Puan Azri marah? Mana you punya Instagram? Mana? Ini semua madam, I malu lah.
Karena kalau kita lihat di situ setiap hari melo saja. Nah, itu dia lihat, the personality might be like this. So most of the company right now looking for social media, Instagram, Facebook, and everything. Ya, jadi itu really important now. Because kalau interview itu talking about 30 minutes. Tapi social media, they can look at your track, your life.
Betul ya.
If you every day is you complaining about your boyfriend, if you complaining about your life, they don't want to look at your the employee like that. Yeah.
Mereka ni student ni kadang-kadang dia tutup profile picture, dia tutup semua kerana apa? Broken, madam, broken. Ya, mereka tutup semua. Ni kenapa tak ada profile picture? Broken, madam, broken. Saya baru ditinggalkan.
Yang paling sedih kalau hatiku hancur hati. Tiap hari begitu.
Terus jadi lagu Pak Teddy.
Saya pun tak mau cari employee seperti itu.
Iya, nggak mau. Nanti kalau masuk kerja broken hari-hari ya.
Iya, complaining aja. They complaining about their boss, they complaining about the teachers, yang itu. Jadi
guys, jaga Instagram. Ini Pak Tendi ni bakal bos kamu nih nanti satu hari. Mungkin mau kerja di sana.
Oh ya, kita perlu banyak orang ternyata. Oke, jadi tapi yang penting sekali adalah sosial media.
Ya, sosial media. Dengar itu.
UNRC. Saya bilang ada role model yang bagus adalah Puan Azwin. Kalau kita lihat Instagram, baru semua energi yang ada di situ. Jadi ya, apalagi ada TikToknya. Jadi
habis semua. Itu privacy saya habis semua dicerobohi. Habis semua.
Oke, tapi satu hal, social media is really important for us now.
Harus dijaga ya Pak ya.
Ya.
Terima kasih Pak Tendi.
Terima kasih kembali.
Any other question guys? Nak tambah lagi sebelum kita buka Q&A. Kita nak buat Q&A ni dengan Datuk.
Okey, terima kasih kepada Datuk Sri Miza dan juga Pak Tendi kerana telah menjawab soalan yang telah diberikan tadi. Okey, apa kata kita buka question section pula untuk para audiens kita. Saya rasa kan macam ramai je nak tanya tu.
Itulah ramai kan.
Betul.
Tapi sebelum
mungkin
tu
ada.
Sebelum tu saya nak bagi tahu.
Ambil peluang. Saya rasa next semester saya kena jemput Datuk Sri Mirza sekali lagi. Dan Pak Tendi juga harus ada different session ya. Jadi kita ada banyak yang perlu dikongsikan. Alright, so can we have question from the floor?
Okey, sebelum tu saya nak bagi tahu kepada siapa-siapa peserta yang paling aktif hari ni akan ada hadiah mesti untuk mereka.
Wow, ada hadiah.
Oh, please.
Saya nak kan.
Tanya
soalan.
Akan dapat hadiah. Siapa tak nak kan? Tanya Datuk je dapat hadiah.
Tanya tu boleh buka mic, lepas tu buka kamera sekali ya.
Tak apa, sementara semua orang mengumpul dia punya keberanian sebab semua orang dengar nama Datuk Sri semua takut ni takut ni. Ni macam mana nak cakap dengan Datuk Sri ni So mungkin student host sendiri ada soalan nak belajar daripada Datuk Sri. Boleh tanya? Our organizing committee hari ini. Siapa-siapa ada soalan tentang soft skill juga? Anybody?
Saya ada soalan. Dekat Datuk Sri. As an introvert person, macam saya sangat introvert, saya susah nak bergaul dengan orang. Kadang-kadang orang kena tegur saya dulu baru saya tegur orang. Jadi relevan ke kalau macam saya ni nak jadi macam tour guide ke?
Tak relevan lah, kena tukar course lah.
Saya nak improve saya punya introvert tu. Saya punya
personality.
Personality.
Okay, kira online je. I heard you masa start tadi. I hear you now. I don't think you are introvert. You know? You're a introvert. But there are introvert people, kan? Orang yang they don't have the opportunity to express. And then I realize a lot of people in the higher education sekarang ni, they are confronted with a lot of no's. Ini tak boleh, itu tak boleh, ini tak boleh, itu tak boleh. And because of all that, kids today, dia orang memang very obedient. Tak macam kita orang dulu, sana cakap tak boleh, sini kita orang buat lain. Tapi now people follow, when they follow, dia rasa tertekan. Some of them, dia rasa takut nak express diri dia kan. So that happens. And I think it's up to the trainers, particularly people who are training them to identify them and address them. Bawa dia orang ke tengah. It's just to break their eyes. Some of them take
itu time. Yang saya buat dia orang jadi host tu, Datuk. Saya bukan pilih suka-suka, saya saja buat.
Jadi kalau you buat benda yang you buat ni, after this you will feel better.
Betul.
And you like to do more. Dia macam tu, nature dia macam tu. Kalau you tak buat, you takut. Kalau you dah buat biasa, lama-lama you sedar-sedar, you enjoy doing it. That's how it goes. So in soft skill ni, particularly in communication ni, there's no substitute to doing it. You have to do it. You have to attempt and do it. Find the platform, do it. Jadi kalau dalam kelas, kalau somebody is laid back, belakang, takut-takut, pull them to the front. That's how it is. Then instantly, slowly they will develop the confidence. Saya sendiri introvert. If you look at me from my days in school, I was an introvert. Tapi I got the benefit of all the teachers who helped me develop my character. I remember masa secondary school, I was a scout, boy scout. Mr. Scout, bila pergi dalam hutan, dealing with nature, my personality comes out. I jadi more confident because the environment was familiar to me. From there, you develop your leadership punya capability and you start speaking. Jadi, dia punya cara nak buka pintu tu banyak lah. Bukan tak letak kat rostrum, tidak. Bagi dia organize benda, bawa pergi environment yang familiar, pergi melawat kampung dia, things like that. So, these are the things. But practice, communication skill, particularly ability to express yourself, is practice. And in tourism, it is essential, very important, because tourism is essentially a service business, where communication is our greatest tool. All the time, you have to
True.
There you go.
Thank you, Datuk. Thank you.
Okay,
Ada lagi soalan?
Okey, Datuk Seri. Saya ada soalan daripada kawan saya. Dia tanya, adakah soft skill bergantung kepada pengalaman ataupun keberanian semata-mata?
Ya, dia sebenarnya pengalaman, Pengalaman ni ada kena-mengena dengan keberanian. Benda yang you tak kerti, you takut. Ada tempat you tak pernah pergi, kalau you pergi jalan pelan, because you are not confident. Dan kalau tempat tu you dah biasa, you boleh berlari kan. So itu pengalaman lah, pengalaman. Berani saja tak cukup. You got to have knowledge. Kalau tak ada knowledge, you berani. Kalau sekarang I give you one topic, I suruh pergi rostrum, that you have no knowledge, you akan takut. Tapi kalau I suruh pergi kat rostrum, beritahu alamat rumah you tak ada problem. Because you know, right? So knowledge is so important. You have knowledge, then you have experience, then you'll be brave.
Betul.
Yeah.
Jadi ada apa-apa soalan lagi daripada para partisipan kita? Audience kita yang nak tanyakan soalan, silakan tanya. Inilah masanya nak tanya Datuk tau. Bila lagi orang hebat.
Bukan.
Yes. Kat chat box ada soalan tu.
Ada soalan kat chat box.
Tapi soalan tu saya tak benarkan.
Okey.
Okey.
Okey. Saya ada soalan. Saya.
Siapa tu?
Hafizah.
Okey. Silakan Hafizah.
Hai Hafizah.
Hai Medo, hai Datuk Seri. Apa ni, masa as Datuk Seri cakap human aspect dekat hospitality ni tak boleh replace dengan IT kan. But the use of technology tu nowadays maybe boleh affect social dengan communication punya skill. Lepas tu young people kita pun maybe not have the life skill or soft skill yang required dekat tourism punya industry. Lepas tu does lack of soft skill tu can actually limit our youth jobs in tourism and hospitality?
If I call it right, dia kata keliru sikit dengan soalan you. You asking if soft skill,
if lack of soft skill tu boleh limit youth job dekat dalam tourism and hospitality.
Apa youth?
Young people, sebab young people kita kan banyak guna teknologi.
Youth.
Masa youth, everybody is learning, and and then the trainers particularly people who are yang bentuk dia punya personality kan, have to make sure that this communication element is maximized. I give you an example. I did BBA dengan MBA kat ITM with the Ohio University program kan. So I remember the professor telling, after running our program for 10 years, they did a study. They found out that kita ni, orang Malaysia ni, kita hesitate to express ourselves, in public. Kita tend to stay back, tunggu coffee break baru nak bincang dengan kawan kita. We don't want to speak up. They noticed that because they've been training us. They saw that in us. Jadi in the MBA program, instead of tengah-tengah malam buat assignment, kertas hantar pagi-pagi kat dia kan, berdiri depan kelas tu bagi jawapan.
Yes.
Every day, every assignment, every test, kena jawab, berdiri jawab. Tak ada balik tulis, buat tebal-tebal, buat banding, buat gambar, tak ada. Berdiri cakap, pergi kat rostrum cakap, dia buat cara tu setahun. The MBA was like that. I notice banyak kawan-kawan yang came from the other discipline kan, masa masuk MBA tu, dia orang mula-mula, they had a culture shock. Can you imagine, tiap pagi kena bangun, and speak, and then they can pick you at random. Siapa-siapa. Can you tell us what topic we're doing today? Can you run a synopsis of the topic? What is assigned to read last night? It looks like you can go there without paper. You have to talk all the time. So they buat cara tu. And then within a year, I realized when I can, the younger student, I went there after working for 10 years. Very banyak yang datang fresh from, the degree program kan, buat masters. I saw them, how they evolve, daripada timid, back, orang yang belakang, now moving forward and speaking out loud. It can be done. It's for the trainers to identify and address.
I think I can relate with that, relate sangat dengan tu Datuk. Dia kan bila kita bagi kelas, nanti kita akan tanya, any question, semua dia. Bila kelas dah habis, semua PM. Semua akan PM, madam boleh tak macam ni? Madam, tadi masa kelas tak tanya. Dia tak nak tanya, dia nak PM. So they have this culture, they are afraid to ask in front of people, takut soalan tu salah dan mereka jadi malu. Jadi memang orang Melayu ni famous dengan rasa malu, Datuk.
True. Itu memang sifat kita. Kita dilatih daripada kecil, jangan menyampuk. Satu. Nombor dua, kalau tak gerti, diam. This works against.
Kalau orang tua cakap, jangan menyampuk, tak boleh.
Kalau tak gerti, diam. So selalu dia mengajar kita, biar tak tahu tak apa, nanti nampak elok kan. That somehow has impeded kita punya development dalam profession. And I can tell that the people who pass out from BPA, MBA program, kat ITM juga tempat yang sama juga belajar. Tinggal lagi faculty daripada luar, approach lain. Look at their performance in the industry, transform. Kalau somebody get a BBA from Ohio program dengan dapat degree from the regular business program kan, tengok karakter dia. Yang Ohio ni cakap banyak, boasting, jenis macam terlampau overconfident. Sampai budak-budak yang lokal ni tengok dia macam tak berkenan. Cakap besar action. Tapi in the world, yang cakap besar action ni lah yang orang berhati. Dia tak cakap, orang tak tahu. Dia tak buka mulut, mana orang tak tahu. Yang cakap mulut tu, silap dia betul kan. Tapi dia kena buka mulut dia. So I can see, this is approach. I believe what Puan Azrin is doing now is to encourage you all to express yourself. Participate and express yourself. Benda macam ni will make a difference. This could have been another 2 hours of lecture, but you won't learn the same. Of course, there's a lot of work to do this. Senang pergi lecture 2 jam kan. Tapi kalau you nak develop benda, we all have to bite the bitter pill lah. We have to put in the hours and get it done. You buat benda macam ni banyak kali, you develop your skill. Tapi kalau you tak buat, you duduk saja pun, time will pass. So I appreciate you're doing benda macam ni very important. Jadi bila anybody approach me to support such a program, I jump at it because I think this is something ITM in particular our students, the Malay students yang memang daripada culture ni, kita are encouraged to be more reserved kan, to break that norm. Bukan lagi kita kata bisik tak terpasang, tapi confidence. We must speak loud. You get one Malay girl speaking and a Filipino girl kan speaking. Tengok Filipino girl tu loud, they are American trained kan. Kita pula quiet, kadang tak apa nak faham apa dia cakap.
Betul. Okay. So did Datuk answer your question, Hafizah?
Yes. Thank you, Datuk.
Okay, we can have one more question before we wrap up our session.
Betul.
Waalaikumsalam.
Siapa tu?
Hazi.
Wow, Hazi.
Hi Hazi.
Hi madam.
Kalau ada siapa nak tanya soalan juga lagi, tulis dekat dalam chat box. Kalau tidak, kita akan wrap up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Dato', I have question. We have talked about soft skill, communication skills, but my question is more to listening skill. So So we students have classes that go for an hour, 2 hours, and 3 hours maximum. But myself, I really try hard to focus for the whole class, but I can only focus for the first 10 to 15 minutes of the classes. But after that, I tend to do sort of thing like playing with my phone, eating, and more. So, Dato', sorry, how can we improve our listening skills?
Okay. Kalau lah after 10 minutes you tengok telefon, you just don't have yourself to be blamed. Mungkin yang mengajar kat depan pun
Saya lah Dato'.
be sent for soft skill development, because hakikat dia. Okay, let me share this. It may take a few minutes, but I think it's very important. When we started the MBA program, bila dia bagi tahu kata kita nak kena stand up and speak, we ran through I think 3 or 4 lectures on public speaking. Kan? Alamak, public speaking lecture kita have gone through all our life. Kan? What's so special about this special session? You know what I learned there? Yang pertama, that bila kita nak cakap bagi orang dengar, kan, we have to understand what really happens when you speak well. For example, the best speaker speaking and an audience of 40 people listening, kan, the retention level ni kira without any distortion ni, dia speak 100% efficient, yang dengar kat situ. Retention is 25%. This is 100 mark situation ni. Bermakna 75% is lost. We need to know that. Orang yang cakap kena tahu benda tu. Dia kena tahu kata macam mana terror dia cakap pun 75% is lost. So tinggal 25%. Yang kedua, yang kita sebut pada mulut ni is only a small percentage of what they capture tu. They go more for your body language.
Betul.
Duduk kat meja, ambil buku, I baca, I suruh you all tulis, kan. After a while, satu kelas, dia menulis tahu pun tak boleh tulis. So satu is communication is just not what is said. It's how it is said, and then the person in front, whether moving or not, atau they have some visuals atau tidak, and then they stop and break. And then you cannot speak more than 50 minutes. Kalau you make concentration 50 minutes, you're normal. Yang lain pun macam tu juga. Tinggal lagi dia tak mengaku. Tak ada orang.
Betul.
Tak ada orang yang boleh concentrate dari mula sampai habis.
Betul.
Everybody punya retention level is 15 minutes. Memang 15 minutes. Everybody kan. Okay. So you sit down there. If the class continues for 2 hours, the lecturer keep on talking. You wonder what's going on. Tapi that's where you are tested on your discipline. You're supposed to sit there and listen.
Betul.
Okay? You nak conteng kan, you nak melukis kan? Up to you lah. But appear as if you are listening lah. Kalau you tengok you tak sembang, tengok telefon, nanti lecturer pula marah kan. Dia takkan dia kata dia mengajar tak bagus, dia salahkan you lah. Tak concentrate. So it is two way. If you cannot concentrate, you cannot purely blame yourself. Kan, yang menyampai tu pun ada peranan dia to make sure that you follow. Okay? Kalau tidak, biasanya orang try to write what they hear lah, keep writing so that at least they can be busy about it. Or you must get the salient aspect of the tajuk lah, tulis tajuk kat atas, tulis ni, and then try to see fill in little by little. Tapi don't get worried if you can only concentrate for 50%. Benda tu sama to most people. Orang yang concentrate sampai habis tu, itu kira special lah tu.
Betul.
Ada lecturer lah, the best speaker in the world cakap pun,
betul.
Kita tak expect more than 25% retention tu. So lecture ni more on discipline. Macam orang pergi kawat lah. Pergi kawat kan, bila pegang you tak kawat, berlari duduk belakang pokok kan. Kalau you kawat tengah perang mampu kan. Jadi kawat ni for your discipline. Together, jadi one team kan. So attending lecture is like kawat. Tapi understanding what is taught kan, you must have the notes, you must have the reference, and then you must have discussion with your friend. Develop the understanding. And then kalau boleh interact dengan lecturer tu beyond the class. Okay?
Alright. Thank you, Dato'.
Betul. Sebab tu macam kami Datuk sendiri kan, kalau kami ada having a online class kan sebenarnya, kita akan tend untuk adakan ada air kat sini, ada sedikit gula-gula kat sini kan. So bila kita nak hadap macam Datuk cakap tadi, kita takkan boleh hadap 25 minutes ataupun dalam masa 2 jam sekaligus. Jadi kita tend untuk ambil air sekejap lah, minum kejap. Tapi kita dalam keadaan kita proper lah, kita tak bila lecturer tengah mengajar, kita akan mungkin tutup video sekejap kan. So take sekejap minum ataupun gula-gula ke sekejap untuk kita kembalikan fokus kita balik Datuk sebenarnya. Baik, mungkin ada soalan terakhir daripada para audience ataupun participant.
Can I just add, I think listening skill yang kita maksudkan tu Datuk, dia bukan, I think not meant for long lecture or stuff like that. When we are just having a chat kan, macam we are talking like face to face with our customers and all that, sometimes we fail to understand the real problem, you know, that is coming from them, and then we are unable to respond in a way that is expected. So these kind of things, how can probably the students or even myself improve in, orang kata, being empathetic, you know, being putting ourselves in the other person's shoe, you know, like I think this is a skill that I see very much needed lah in hospitality.
Good speakers, they listen well. You notice that?
Yes.
Betul. Pasal tu orang yang bisu biasanya pekak. If you speak well, you will also listen well.
Betul.
Okay. I think the magic word here is selalu orang mengajarkan 1 mouth 2 ears kan. Mana listen twice, speak once kan. So here you are, mata 2, telinga 2, mulut 1 kan. Jadi telinga ni double, mata double, baru cakap. Jadi kalau kita nak dengar, kita kena orang cakap. Kalau kita yang banyak cakap, macam mana kita nak dengar. So I've given this advice to a lot of people who ask me about public speaking. Kata kalau orang tengah berucap, you should not talk. Try to put yourself in the person's shoes and try to understand what I say. Put all your energy to understand him. It will develop your skill to speak. That's the time that you're having your prayer. Somebody speaking, you kat sini, orang tengah sembang, you know, you don't do that. You senyap, you dengar apa dia cakap. Sampai habis. Kalau boleh dia habis cakap tu, you acknowledge him as speech. If you have that habit, you will keep on listening well, and your communication skill will improve. Saya ada bagi tahu banyak orang tengah cakap, orang tengah bagi speech, jangan sembang.
Betul.
Boring sekalipun jangan sembang. Listen to the end. Walaupun you tak ada interest, you listen. Dah habis tu, ni bagi applause kat dia.
Betul.
Kalau jumpa dia, encourage dia. You know, it's very important. And we all need that. We all need that. Bila kita kat rostrum tu, kita pun tak suka kalau kita tengah cakap orang sembang. Dia tengah buat benda tu kat orang. So kalau kita buat macam tu, immediately we start listening better. Kalau orang cakap, kita pun cakap macam mana? Listen. You know, when you open your mouth, your telinga tutup.
Betul. Itu yang saya pesan Datuk pada moderator saya. Saya pesan, diorang tanya, how to be a good moderator, madam. So kalau nak jadi good moderator, you have to listen to what the speaker has to say first. Jadi, if you notice, ada juga throughout the session, they are very much prepared for the next question instead of listening to your response.
No. Tengah frame their mind to ask the question.
Yes.
The manner to create the right impression kan.
Yes.
Expressing themselves to a big audience, memang ada rasa gementar. And that is normal, you know. If you have that, you are normal. Jangan fikir benda tu sebagai kekurangan. It is normal. Dia kata even the best speaker in the world, sebelum dia buka mulut to a big audience kan, dia memang ada rasa gementar. That gives him the energy. The perasaan gementar tu will give you the energy to reach out. Kalau you tak ada perasaan tu, you probably cannot reach the people. Even actors, top actors dia kata sebelum dia keluar, dia hafal skrip kat belakang, sebelum dia keluar kat depan kamera tu, dia memang ada rasa ni. Ada rasa nervous, memang ada. If you don't have that feeling, then you can call yourself dead.
Bahaya. Bahaya tu.
If you're alive, you have it. The more lively you are, the stronger that feeling is. So it's positive. Benda tu positif, benda tu bukan negatif. Don't take that negative. Yeah?
Oh, nice. Wow, banyak ni kita learn ni. Saya bukan nak kata apalah Datuk. Saya punya experience of course lah nothing more than you than yours definitely. Yes, I have to agree. I get gemuruh every time I speak in a big conference. I still get it, you know, but for some reason I've never seen you gemuruh throughout all your speech, you know. So I don't know how you do it. I still get it. I still get cold feet. I still get everything cold, you know, especially when we don't know who our audience are, you know. So that's one thing I still need to learn from you then.
The feeling is there. Tinggal lagi kadang-kadang you can hide it. Kadang-kadang you cannot. That's why I have the beard. I hide in the beard.
I cannot keep beard.
So you can hide in your hair, you know. I mean, it depends on the subject matter. And then memang gemuruh ni, I have it. I must admit, I have it. Tinggal lagi, you don't show it. Bila you cakap, kalau you cakap slow, you cakap confident kan, slowly it gets over. Once you start your speech, after a while it's gone. You want to joke. Once you joke, there's a response from the audience kan. Half will disappear. You know what? The audience are with you. Then the rest. That's why we spoke about listening today kan. So if the speaker knows when to break and give an example, people continue listening. Tapi kalau you go straight, you know, you were there to deliver 2 pages of dictation, they are supposed to write it, that one can go on forever lah. Yang tulis-tulis, yang baca-baca, dua-dua tak tahu what's going on.
Betul.
Okay.
Betul. Jadi Datuk, yes, jadi saya rasa sangat-sangat banyak pengalaman ataupun banyak.
Zarif, you masih gementar lagi ke?
Sangat masih dah.
You doing well.
Dah 2 jam.
Zarif, langsung tak nampak apa. Langsung tak
Ya
nampak.
Allah.
If you are, you have hidden it well. That should be the spirit.
Alhamdulillah Datuk. Ini mungkin guidance daripada madam sendirilah. Betul lah daripada kelas. Saya banyak tanya pada madam how to be moderator yang sangat-sangat bagus, dan madam just bagi macam madam kongsikan tadi. Alhamdulillah, dan saya rasa kawan-kawan saya pun really good, really did a good job lah, sangat-sangat. So big clap to them. Big clap to them. Okay Datuk, saya rasa kita punya session mungkin sampai sini lah kot. Maka boleh apa yang saya simpulkan sepanjang yang kita throughout this talk hari ni. Soft skill sangat-sangat penting dalam hospitality tourism lah. Kalau boleh kita katakan macam itulah. Sebabnya tanpa ada soft skill yang baik, macam kita contoh macam Datuk cakap tadi, communication yang baik dari segi dengan pihak atasan ataupun pihak rakan sekerja ataupun throughout the customer sendiri. Tadi kita sentuh pasal customer service. Kalau tak ada komunikasi yang baik, ini service industri ini akan menjadi kelam lah, sangat-sangat tidak bermaya. Sebab ini adalah perkhidmatan, layanan, bak kata Datuk tadi, layanan terhadap seseorang itu. Jadi pada saya, soft skill sangat penting, dan terima kasih banyak Datuk pada hari ini berkongsi kepada kami pengalaman Datuk sangat-sangat best. Terima kasih banyak Datuk.
Senyum pun penting ya, senyum.
Ya, senyum. Mungkin lepas kita boleh serahkan kembali kita punya majlis kepada host. Mana host kita?
Thank you so much our moderator Zarif, Najib Ain Hakimi. Thank you so much Datuk. Thank you so much Madam Azmi.
Dah hilang Datuk. Mana Datuk?
Ada kat bawah.
Mr. Tendi also, personally, ada lagi ke?
Mr. Pak Tendi. Pak Tendi.
Pak Tendi. Thank you so much. So far, are you guys still okay? Ada lagi?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so before we wrap up our session, I would like to ask Madam Azmi any closing remark for us before we wrap up our session.
Wah, terus
Me,
closing remark. Macam mana Datuk?
Okay, boleh. Okay, finally
Any
ya.
advice?
Okay.
For
So,
Okay, I just have a macam mana Datuk? Tak saya.
after you. You do
Yeah,
this.
okay. So I just want to say a few words sebab kita cara kita buat PD Talk series ni Datuk, kita tak ada opening speech sebab bila virtual, bila dengar speech panjang-panjang dia orang semua off, semua tutup, semua tak dengar pun. Jadi I have made it very objective, terus straight to the point, dan I notice today's generation ni memang very prone to visual, so they love all this video lah, you know, all this music and all that. These tend to be a more it tends to attract their attention more sekarang ni. Bila kita bercakap macam saya pun, kalau when I give my lecture, I have to give them a break after 40 minutes because the screen can be quite pressuring for them kalau put on too long. So I would love to take this opportunity to thank Datuk Mirza for being so generous, so supportive of my student event. Sangat supporting juga Datuk. We need more people like you. I really want to produce more students who's going to end up be like you, you know. So I think it is very important. You have really shown me a lot on how I should carry myself forward as an individual. So you are a true guru. Bak kata Pak Tendi, memang betul-betul saya look up to you in terms of your interpersonal skill, even your personality. I really like the way you treat other people and the way you make people feel good to be around you. That's the reason why I believe you have achieved so much in your career, and I wish for all the best to you, Dato', inshallah. But I do not want this thing to end here. I still want to look forward to working with you in the future. And to all my student hosts, I would like to congratulate you.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Okay, so you took my challenge hari ni. And you manage, banyak dah kita belajar daripada sesi hari ni, and I'm sure saya boleh tidur dengan nyenyak untuk you. So you already know what it means by public speaking. Now you already know what it means to act fast, to make decision. Now you already know what it means to, you know, critical thinking macam mana, how to be creative. Ini last minute Datuk. Madam, kita orang tak tahu macam ni. Then you think lah, cuba you fikir how you gonna solve this problem. You know, you really have to throw them, Datuk, into the gaung and let them figure out how to climb up, you know. So I cannot stop them from making mistake all the time. So I cannot be spoon feeding them all the time juga, Datuk. So I need to let them to make mistakes, so then they realize themselves, oh, you know, like. So I believe this is a very good experience for you, and I do hope you will continue to improve yourself better in terms of your soft skill and your networking with industry, especially next semester nak pergi internship. So I hope I won't get complain daripada my industry friends, hello, Madam Azwin, apa pasal Daniel ni tak cakap good morning? Hello Madam Azwin, kenapa Zarif ni? Like that. So we will get all sorts of stuff, feedback daripada the industry. I hope you guys will prepare yourself better with this experience.
InsyaAllah.
To all participants, I know everyone is also juggling with classes time right now. But thank you for staying with us until today, until now. But the most important, we have recorded this session, Datuk. So they're going to work on the editing, and then we can share it with everybody, insyaAllah. And to our special guest daripada Indonesia, Pak Tendi, thank you for being so sporting. You really lights up our session juga hari ni, Pak Tendi.
Mungkin ada sepatah dua kata daripada Pak Tendi.
Yes.
Betul tu.
Ya, Pak Tendi.
Terima kasih. Saya bahagia hari ini.
Oh, bahagia.
Bahagia. Dan saya pikir Puan Azwin beruntung sekali punya murid-murid yang student yang luar biasa. You should proud of them. Yeah.
I am very proud.
Juga,
Yes.
ya. Dan juga saya senang bisa bertemu dan bicara dengan guru saya. Jadi dan untuk itu kita buat program sama-sama nanti ke depannya.
Insyaallah.
Karena this years we just make our plan and budget untuk Malaysia. Jadi kita akan discuss sama-sama lagi. Terima kasih semuanya, sukses. Jangan malu-malu. Remember about social media.
Terima kasih Pak.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Okey, Datuk, sekarang kita nak dengarlah kata-kata hikmah daripada guru industri pelancongan ni. Datuk bagi nasihat kepada saya dan kepada anak-anak murid saya semua, Datuk.
Okay. Terlebih dahulu ya. So thank you so much. So I'm so glad to be with the program. And lebih-lebih lagi to realize that Pak Tani has been following the program. I believe nearly everything we have done, he has supported us very positively. I'm so proud of him, and then I look forward to catch up with him as soon as we can. And then to the students, congratulations. A good effort. Don't hesitate to do things like this. There are a lot of people like me, they have all retired, they have experience, they want to share it. It's up to you, you create the platform, you invite them. I'm sure they will be very happy to share the experience, as I have. So I am available as much as you all want to do, because I owe it to, UITM, the school, and to personalities like your professor here, your lecturer.
Amin, Professor insyaAllah.
So because we have to do this together, you have to be proactive and you must get the support. Don't be shy to ask. And I'm sure the industry calls for more qualified personnel. And in a matter of time, when everything is over, we pray that the industry will bounce back and grow to a greater height. From the amount we set before, we have to grow beyond that. So wishing you all success, happy studying. I hope your internship will work well for you, and you will eventually be employed and have a very, very progressive career dalam industri pelancongan nanti. So dengan kata-kata itu sekali lagi, thank you. I wish you all the best,
Thank you, Dato'.
Thank you, Dato', for being such a great speaker for today. Banyak sangat knowledge kita dapat
Okay.
Untuk Pak Tendi, thank you so much untuk perkongsian daripada Pak Tendi.
Betul.
Tendi macam dalam tandas sana.
Okay.
Sangat-sangat membantu kami as student. Memang nothing to say, and for Madam Azwin, very thank you a lot for you for give a support.
Oh, ni pertama kali ni Datuk dapat thank you ni.
Thank you them.
Give a big applause to them, guys.
Come on.
Yes.